How you guys doing? Welcome back. Today is February 16th. I'm checking the calendar to make sure I'm correct. 2022. Welcome back. My name is Evan. This is Buy the Bulls Trading, the only stock market channel that encourages you and teaches you how to take your trading just by the bulls. Let's get it. If you are new, my name is Evan, and again, my name is AKA John Stonkton.
Pulls up, three-pointer, bang! Bang!
AKA Chef Boyar Swing.
Hey, Mambo Italia.
AKA Bruce Springsteen. All those editing greatly, I believe. This is all about teaching you how to fish. I don't know how many YouTube channels came out during COVID. I started this exclusively for my friends and my family and folks who want to see how to trade to make money in difficult times, COVID being it. Since COVID's been getting a bit better, we still have focused on that same exact idea. Nothing has changed. The only difference is now instead of being COVID, it's about financial independence and you taking control of your own finances, stock trading, investing, and not paying a hedge fund or someone to do it for you. You can do it for yourself. I'm here to help you. I'm the one channel that I hope you join and eventually leave. It is what it is, right? I want you to learn all my little tricks and then go on to something else greater in life and make investing and trading a second part of your life. If you need help with that, my course is officially done. Dear God. It's like 500 days. The first 25 lessons are for free on my YouTube. Go check it out. It is 100% free, no strings attached. All ready for you to watch. Go watch my YouTube channel. If you want the extra 25 lessons, it is in my community. It's on my patreon.com. Check the description box down below. With the 25 extra lessons, you're going to get guided notes for those lessons, which I'm making now. I am a certified practicing teacher. I do have a degree in it. I do it every single day. I teach economics. This is what I do for a living. You'll get the guided notes. You're going to get the 25 lessons. You're going to get 5 morning newsletters, 5 afternoon newsletters, the picks early, video access. You can talk to me all day. Send me memes. We can talk about stocks all day. I'm there all day. Go check it out. It's only 25 bucks a month. I keep it cheap on purpose. When my website comes out, I may have to raise prices because, well, I do have to pay for employees and marketing and stuff. But of course, go check it out. If you don't want to, that's fine. I'm not here to sell a product or service, but it's there for those who want to learn more and get their education on the right tracks with an actual certified licensed teacher. Lastly, before we get in these 8 great picks today, I talk about supports, resistances, trend lines, patterns, EMA lines, volume profile, RSI, stochastic, the vortex indicator. All these things make up my technical analysis plan. I'm sure the screen just showed it to you. I'm very good at what I do, and I think if you want to join this community and enjoy more content, a like, subscribe, and a bell notification goes a very long way for me. I just broke 7,600 subs. Thank you so much, but I can't compete with the Zip Charlies and Rainer Taos and all these other people, Ricky Gutierrez, who have 5 kabillion followers that get pushed by YouTube. I can't compete. So what I need from you is to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. For the comment today, I don't know, leave an emoji, like leave your 3 favorite emojis. I don't even care. Just comment how dumb I look. I don't care at all. Just comment, like, and subscribe to help encourage you to like, subscribe, comment, and scroll on down off my dumb, doofy face. We'll make some really awkward eye contact so you don't want to stare at my face that much longer and you want to leave it. So let's do 5 seconds of awkward eye contact starting now to encourage you to go like, subscribe, and comment. Let's do this.
There's a prolonged eye contact. 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 Prolonged eye.
Thanks. So with that being said, 8 great picks today, all based off technical analysis. Fundamentals are on you. It's just a watch list. It's for entertainment, fun, and educational purposes. With that being said, y'all, let's get right into it. So first is ACC already doing what I wanted. Now I'm pretty confident this may be an option spike here. I wouldn't put too much emphasis into that, but we can see it's really making a nice move here. But I'm going to go off of probably this $30 to $50 range is what we're looking at. Great trend up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 solid hits. This is a broadening wedge though. See how these are not equal trend lines? I bring that up because a broadening wedge that looks like this, all it implies for y'all who are newer is that a new pattern is going to form soon. It's either going to hug the supporting trend line or the resistance trend line and form a new pattern. Seeing as ACC is down here, I'm not very confident to make a move like this on the next move. So it's probably going to come up just a bit more and then form a new pattern. So keep that in mind. Consistent great higher lows, pressuring volume, making new great moves here. Old resistance becomes a great support area. As we can see, I wouldn't buy here at 50. I want closer to 49, 50, anywhere down here. We're talking 1% risk to make at least 3% off a bad move. In this market, it's all about risk management. This play looks fantastic to me. I would definitely check it out. With that being said, let's check our indicators. What's so cool about this channel is I don't scan with or chart with indicators. This is really important because you're going to see a lot of beginners really rely on indicators for, oh, it's oversold, that means it's a good deal. No, it's not how that works. It's just one indicator that shows one of four things. Indicators can show you one of these four things: trend, momentum, volume, and volatility, or MTVV. Our technical analysis that we're talking about right now is going to be our cake. Ooh, slice, num num num. These indicators are just the icing. Ooh, is that red velvet? Ooh, that's delicious. That's important to note because indicators can help us with entries, help us with exits, help us with plans, help us with goal setting, help us with consistency, help us with risk management. But it is only a part of, if not a sliver of technical analysis. It just helps us. It's not the cake, it's just the icing. It's cool if you are a brand new trader. You're going to see live what a veteran does and how he uses indicators and how he uses my advantage. With that being said, let's get into it. So the 10 EMA is blue, the 50 is purple, and the red is in fact the 200. We can see this lined up perfectly with the 200. That's odd, but it is what it is. If we cross the 10, like tomorrow it holds over, 10 crosses are pretty good. You have some nice volatility. You get good short-term swing opportunities and great short-term day trading opportunities, like 5-day holds, 4-day holds. That's fine. 50 cross is optimal, 200 is the best, but both are too far away for me to wait for, because up here, if we wait for a crossover, then the risk is too big compared to reward. All I'm seeing here besides a 10 EMA crossover potential is good value. I think we have good value because RSI is beneath 45. It's pretty good. I want closer to 30, but this spike may be goofing with it. Stochastic is low. I don't really see a divergence. I mean, it seems lined up pretty well here. You did have a small one on our last move, right? That's why you have non-matching bottoms. And right now it's matching fine, but it's a nice bearish or bullish divergence, and our bulls just crossed over green. If that's the case, we should be seeing some life here pretty soon. I think that spike right there is goofing with it. I don't put a lot of weight into that. It just kind of looks like an options thing or a goof up thing. I think it's going to come right back down. But if we cross the 10 EMA line, and then that vortex cross, the green over red, holds as well, we should have a great momentum purchase, hold for a few days, and have a really good time. But ACC, I would definitely watch list it. I do love what I see. That rhymed. Gang, gang. Next is ASO. What we lose in convergence. I talk about convergence all the time in my class. Go check it out. Convergence to me just means that supports, resistance, trend lines, patterns, all these kinds of things come together in one spot. ACC had the support and the trend line. That's convergence. ASO here only has support and a resistance trend line. Only thing that's only thing that makes me want to buy ASO here is a support play at 33.80, 33.70, 33.60. If I do see a dip down here, my risk is minimal, at most 2.5%, closer to 2%. But a nice move here is almost a 5-to-1 here. So what we do lose in convergence, we make up in simplicity. That in itself is a positive, but again, it can be a negative if markets get choppy. But the risk versus reward is very evident here. It has lower lows, lower highs. I'm not rushing in. Only reason I would rush in is if tomorrow it drops down to 33.70, 60, or 50. Anywhere in here is a great risk versus reward ratio. And to me, that's fantastic. When it comes to our indicators, a 10 cross is fine, right? You get a nice 10 cross. Sometimes you get lucky, but once again, you cross the 10, what do you get? Nice short-term swings, 3 to 4 days, 5 days at most. But we also get great day trading opportunities. Crosses here, 5% day. Crosses here, a nice 4% day, right? So you want to wait for a 10 crossover tomorrow? That's fine, at least right here. If it crosses tomorrow like this, I have my QB set up, crosses like this, you can then use that 10 EMA spot for a stop loss, or like this candle for a stop loss, and be just fine, right? We have a good value. 41's fine. You want it a bit lower, but that's fine. It was just at 30, and a nice move up here. That's fine. Stochastic's low. No bearish divergence. No bullish divergence. It's just a fair value. The vortex looks great, though. Bulls are bottoming out wherever you want them. Look at that. Where the price is right now down here, and bears are towards the top with a tiny bit of movement here. ASO, if it does hold, has a really, really good value. Now, again, all we have is a support play that's pretty idiot-proof, and for that, it's a great beginner stock, risking 2 or 3% to make 10. I do love what I see. ASO, I definitely watch this. It looks good. I would just give it some time to get value. Patience is rewarded in this kind of market. I would definitely take advantage of that. ASO, I'd watch list it. Next is AVPT. I'm not a big fan of trading against the trend of the market. All right, I don't like finding stocks that are dying and be like, oh, it's a good value. Price and value are different. I have no idea what AVPT's true value is. I can do the calculation, figure it out. So don't get it twisted. I like to buy low, sell high, but I don't love dying stocks. Right? Like Baba's off my list or whatever. T-Mobile's off my list. I don't love dying stocks. But what I see here is a great little trend up. So cute. I like this because we can see it kind of follows the markets, consolidates, drops off, looking real nice here. If it can break above 617, which is a really strong support historically, it breaks over this tomorrow, it should make some really good runs here. Low risk, if it does break down, right, 2 or 3%, you're out easily. But the first resistance is almost a 3-to-1 right here. If we can consider the historical data, which we can't go off of as trueness, like, oh, it's going to definitely do this. It does consolidate, it makes a big move. Consolidates, makes a big move. As we kind of move up here smaller and smaller peaks and little valleys, I think it's gonna make a big move soon here. Very low risk, nice little ascending triangle in the small time frame. I like what I see. When it comes to our indicators as well, we just got the 50. That's nice. The 50 can now be your stop loss area, right? You want to buy in, loses the 50, it's gonna come down brutally, right? The total entire move down here was under the 50, right? So we lose that 50. You can just get out. We cross that 200, you got your best moves. Over the 200 and the 50 is your best moves. And what's this right here? We're getting close to that. Right? You want to wait for a 200 crossover? You can. I personally wouldn't. I like the value here, but it's definitely playable for sure. RSI, it's fair. Stochastic, it's fair. Bulls and bears are tied. It's obviously having higher lows and higher highs. At a certain point, the indicators will show it's not at a value, but when you bring in the whole entire history of it all, it is a good value. That's why we use indicators as the icing, not the cake. If it is overbought at 6, well, you can probably wait for 620 and be just fine. But right here, AVPT, a great little setup. I love what I see. I would definitely watch list it. Next is ELF. Here's our first nice lesson for new traders, right? It has 1, 2, 3 hits. This is critical because any one of you idiots, any one of me idiots, can draw a trend line from A to B to C, right? But A, B, C, D, E, F, G is much more important and better. What's even better is when the resistance trend line also matches the supporting trend line. Now again, I kind of anchored this off of a null move, so it's probably 1 solid hit, 2 solid hits, 1 solid hit, 2 solid hits. So I mean, it's forming these trend lines, but they're not nearly as pure as I want them to be. What I know is pure is the support spot. Old resistance, gap, support, support, quick move, gap, resistance, support, now support. It's a very strong support line here. Very clear resistance line. It's making a move after hours. I'm not going to buy in here. I don't want to risk 4 or 5% to make about 4 or 5% for a small move. I want ELF a bit lower. If I can see ELF towards 26.75, 26.50 in this range, it's an absolute steal. Yes, lower highs, the same low here. It's fine. I'm not overly excited about it at this price, but just a bit lower. ELF is fantastic. Also, my fiance likes ELF Beauty. That's a nice thing to throw in there as well. Can you play that 10 cross? You can. Crosses the 10, good time. Crosses the 10, good time. Crosses the 10, good time. Bueno. The 10 EMA crossover is pretty great. Even over here, crossed over, a nice 10% move. Right here, crossed over, 2% move, breaks even. Right here, fake out. So can you play this tomorrow? Sure. And then use this candle as your stop loss. That's fine as well. Could you play a 50 crossover? You can. It's too far away from me, but of course you play it down here as well. RSI at 45, it's fair. Stochastic here is fair. I don't see a bullish divergence or a bearish one. It all looks fine to me. And then bulls are low, bears are high. ELF is about 4% too high for me. At 26.80, 26.90, then we're talking business. Now you're speaking my language. All y'all who are always Sunny's fans, that's for you. But right here, it looks good. It looks real good. But I want it just a bit lower. If tomorrow's red, I would start with ELF, wait for that 3 or 4% pullback, and really just eat that value. ELF, I'd watch list it. I do love what I see. Next is LULU, which is also a nice company for the ladies. Some nice looking leggings here. What's great is this nice 1, 2, 3 solid hits in the longer time frame. Looking good here. We can see it's making nice moves. Again, I don't want to buy LULU at 319. Give me LULU at 310. Or give me LULU at 300. It's about 3 to 6% too high here. It's a watch list show. I want to see it a little bit lower. What's nice though So we can see a clear resistance trend line in this area. We break above that, we could also buy in the momentum. A very strong support at 308. I'm fine buying here at 300, even better. This is a great long-term hold. Even if you buy in for a swing or a day trade, LULU in 10 years, given its fundamentals keep going, it's a fine purchase anywhere down here. I love what I see, but I do want just a bit lower. A 10 cross is fine. You cross the 10, even below the 50. You cross the 10, you have some nice moves here, right? You cross the 50, you have your best moves. The 50 is close enough for a play, or 2% higher, that's fine. You just got the 10 today. This holds and goes long, you're good to go. So you have momentum, that's fine for a play, and the value of purchase is a bit lower. So this comes down to patience, right? I can play the 10 crossover, I have that now. I can play the 50 EMA long crossover, that's in a few days, or I can have patience for value. Set your goals, plan, and then trade. Plan a trade, and then trade that plan. You want to buy into value? Wait. You want to play a 10 crossover? Wait. You want a 50 crossover? Wait. It's all about patience. What's also great is the RSI is low. Stochastic is fair, which is fine. I don't see any bullish divergences, no bearish, it's fine. And bulls are low, bears are high. It's at value given the indicators, but I think it could be a bit lower to be a really good value. But of course, that 10 crosses happen, that 50 crosses there, both are fine as well. It's really a toss-up for what you like, but LULU always has to be in someone's watch list. Overall, it's a great pickup. Next is OYST. I hate OYST because I actually saw this gorgeous trend line area coming down like this. Whatever, I said, oh, it's a really good buy right here, and I didn't call it, and I ran almost 100%, and I was like, damn it, why didn't I call it? Well, we're back down here again. I think this move here is a tad bit concerning, just because I don't think it's going to do this again. I think some folks will be, oh, we're just going to aim for a $19 price target. I aim closer, probably 13 or 14 at most here, but it's a very strong support. It IPO'd recently, and this is an all-time low, right? Just like the band. Sick. And then this is definitely a support play. Again, we lose convergence. There's no support in trend line. There's no sick pattern. It's just a nice support line with 975 being rock solid. Loses 3 or 4%, you can get out, but again, a small move is about 4 to 1 here pretty well. It's just a support play. It's pretty idiot proof. If it holds here, it reverses, that's nice, right? Look at all the reversals. It takes its time. It takes its time. It takes its time. It usually likes to take its time on its kind of reversals. Again, we're showing that here. It's building up some momentum. I'd probably look towards $9.90 to $10. Anywhere down here is great risk versus reward. For now, when it comes to our indicators, a 10 cross is great, right? You cross the 10, sexual. Cross the 10, lovely. Cross the 10, glorious. You have a 10 crossover, you're gonna have a good time. And what's this? We're right there. So you wanna wait for that tomorrow, you get one more green boy. You know, you get one more of these little bad boys that holds like this. Go long, use the 10 EMA, which is right there for your stop loss, or use its own candle there for a stop loss. That's all well and dandy. RSI, it's low, makes sense. Stochastic is low, makes sense. No bullish divergence, no bearish, it's fine. And then bulls are low, right where we want them, bears are high. It's a great value purchase. The only issue is, one, earnings is coming, which could get weird. I like to buy into earnings and hold through earnings, not my kind of play. And then two, it is a just support play at all-time lows. There's a reason it's been selling off. Do your due diligence, find out why, but OYST for a technical trade at a support spot makes a lot of sense. I would definitely watchlist it. Next is PPL. This is a very low risk to a low reward play. Again, you can risk at most here. This trend breaks 0.5%, 0.7%, and be liberal. And a nice move here, we're probably about 3.5%. And you're probably thinking, oh, I don't want to wait for 3.5%. Well, if you're having a 5 to 1 ratio on risk versus reward, which we have here, you're going to take it, right? It is what it is. We're just surfers, baby. All the waves are coming in. PPL's a little baby wave, right? It's only 3-4% for a good movie. A nice little move on that. That's all you're going to get. It's okay. Not every play is going to be a home run. And sometimes for our emotional strength and our own life and all that kind of stuff in our health, that's okay. PPL also has a great trend line here. As we can see, my price targets for my members here. Great higher lows looking very, very strong here. And of course, if it breaks down here, man, the support at 27.75 is absolutely stellar. We can get down here, again, risking 1% at most to make about 3 or 4 here is great. You choose trend line and this small support or no trend line, great support here. You make your plan, but overall, PPL, low risk, medium reward overall. I love what I see. The 10 cross is fine, but there's plenty of fake outs. There's plenty of goofy action going on, like over here really kind of concerns me for a crossover play when it does this. Like, what the hell is that, right? So not overly excited about 10 crossover plays, but when you do get it, it makes really nice moves. But you need to note, the only time these happen is over the 50. You cross the 10 and then the 50. Cross the 10 and then the 50, right? These moves over here are all stopped by the 50 and then held up by the 50. See that? A amateur eye would not see this developing. So a 50 cross is what you want, way too far away. I wouldn't wait for that. I'd buy into value. We have that. RSI's low, stochastic it's low, bulls are low, bears are high. PPL again comes with a hint and a little dash, a little sippy sip of patience. It comes down to you want it here at the trend line, or do you want it lower at that volume profile support line. Either is fine, but it's your plan, act accordingly. But overall, I do love what I see. It looks pretty great. PPL, I'll definitely watch this. My favorite play of the day, Tractor Supply Company. I love Tractor Supply Company. I look like a Blink-182 bassist cover band kind of guy, but I really like Tractor Supply Company. They have good people there. They've always helped me out when I go buy stuff. Like I bought my doghouse there. I get my deer corn feed there when I go give it to the deer to watch them eat. I like this company a lot. They're good people. Buy from them. Great trend here. Absolute rocket of a trend line with 1, 2 small breaks. Because even that lines up really well with this. The resistance trend line lines up really well with this. Old resistance becoming a support here. I actually bought in a TSCO on my portfolio. I'm very transparent about that. Check out the transparent portfolio on my Twitter and also my Patreon. We can see I bought in towards 112, 113 this area. I'm up 0.7%. Let's go. But right here, it's a really good looking trend line. Great support. It has had earnings, overreactions all over the place. It holds pretty well. Right here, great risk, great reward. I can probably risk it here 2% at most. I mean, I bought in right around here. 2% at most. That's fine. To make about 5 to 6 on a bad move and hopefully on a good move, 8 to 10. 4 to 1 odds. I love what I see. When it comes to our indicators, if it was me rebuying this, if I was going to go, brand new, you got all 3 EMA lines here. You want to wait for 10 cross, it's fine. They do well. You cross a 10, it's fine. Like these are the kind of things for 10 cross you want to see. That's beautiful. That's gorgeous, right? That's all well and dandy. A 50 is also good. Same with the 200. And all of them are right here. I wouldn't wait for it, but it'd be a nice confirmation to do so. RSI, it's low. Stochastic, it's low. I don't really see a massive bullish divergence nowhere. No bearish. It's just fine. It's just low. And then bulls are low, bears are high. TSCO is a rare stock that is below its 200 EMA line, which shows it's not the greatest strength of all time on an uptrend, but it has a great technical setup. It's very bullish in this market, and overall, I do love what I see with that convergence spot of the trend line and the support. TSCO, I definitely watch listed. Not because I bought it. Again, I didn't buy enough to sway anything, but I want to be transparent. I do have some shares, but overall, I do love what I see. I would definitely watch list it. There you guys have it. I do appreciate y'all being here. Again, a like, a subscribe, a bell notification, a comment about how adorable I am. It does help a lot. I'm just kidding. We'll see you guys tomorrow for another watch list. It means a lot that you guys were here. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks. All right, y'all.